Albuquerque's Safe City Strike Force has struck again.
This time inspectors hit an apartment complex near downtown that has been plagued by drug dealing, carbon monoxide leaks, and a slew of other problems. The 24 tenants living there now have to find a new place to live. News 13's Ian Schwartz is live in the Borellis neighborhood. Ian?
Dick, neighbors say problems with drugs and gangs were easy to see here, but for the first time they learned of many more problems today.
Doris Cedillo is getting kicked out of her home, but she calls it a blessing in disguise.
God was hearing our prayers. Now we can get out here and get us a new place.
4 families were forced to leave these apartments on Hazeldine just off of 4th Street after the city red tagged them. For years, police say drug deals, parties, and fights have plagued this complex and kept them way too busy. They were called out to this area nearly 400 times last year. A lot of those calls were for these apartments. For months, the city has tried to get the landlord to get rid of problem renters, but got no response.
They didn't have any smoke detectors, working fire extinguishers.
This morning, city inspectors raided the apartments and found enough problems to shut the place down.
There was evidence that a fire had occurred in one of the units. It had never been repaired. There was also gas venting into the apartments, which could have killed everybody.
Doris Cedillo and her grandson live in the unit the city says has a carbon monoxide leak.
Now that they told me that he could be breathing in all that stuff, it could have killed my grandson.
We stopped by landlord Harvey Valenzuela's home in Rio Rancho to ask if he planned on fixing the problems as the city has ordered him to do. He wasn't home, but he told us on the phone later that he would make the repairs. Valenzuela is now on the clock. He has 30 days to bring this place up to code. That's too long for some of the families who were forced out.
It's hard. I have little ones, and a motel's not a place to have your kids.
Now, the city will pay to put the families up in a motel for a week and then help them find permanent homes. Now, if the landlord does not fix a problem within 30 days, he could be hit with a $500 fine or 90 days in jail for each day that he drags his feet. Back to you.
All right, Ian, the owner says after he does fix up those apartments, he wants to sell them because he told us he is tired of the city breathing down his neck.